This is the story of how I learned everything I know about the comedy business from a piece of shit criminal drug dealer.
I asked if we were breaking in.
Yeah, and we are breaking in.
We are actually.
Yeah. His biggest lesson? Don't be a about breaking rules.
Literally just like grabbing one of their mics and doing it?
We're bringing our own mic.
First up, trespassing.
Fucking scared?
Yeah, I don't want to get arrested.
I tried to hide it, but I was scared too. I didn't want to get arrested either.
You guys are gonna lay down in here. We're gonna cover you in a bunch of stuff, and then we're gonna bring you into a music festival.
They're not gonna like...
No.
That's him, the drug dealer I was telling you about. He's smuggling us into a music festival to perform on a comedy show. I just thought this is how everyone gets started in the comedy business. At the time, I didn't know it was a front to sell drugs.
If they ask what's under the tarps, what do you say?
When you start comedy in the suburbs, your options really suck. You're not good enough to get booked on a lot of shows, so you're mostly performing at open mics filled with lots of unfunny comedians complaining about not being able to sexually harass women.
HR, they opened up an investigation on me. Fucking Me Too movement got me too.
Or bragging about the ones they did manage to have sex with.
Yes, I fucked her, yes.
So, when a successful drug dealer approached me about doing a bunch of comedy shows, I said yes, without asking any questions.
Let's do this. I shouldn't say what we're doing out loud.
His drug dealing business just got busted by the cops, so he needed something more honest to fall back on, and comedy was the perfect fit.
So you're gonna totally... Oh no.
In addition to being smuggled into one festival, the drug dealer walked up to the gate attendant of another and convinced her to put 11 people on the list.
We got 2 more comedians. Is that cool?
I know. Come on, bad lady.
Listen, are you just saying that they're
You good? No, bro.
He knew the music festival scene quite well from his time as a drug dealer, but he wasn't able to secure an invitation, so he decided to sneak us in.
Did you run this by Mary Beth?
We ran it by Nick too. We ran it by Mary Beth.
Every time he's on my parents. Give him a maybe? If I get in trouble.
We're gonna put on a...
Which did end up getting her in trouble.
Dude, they're stricter than last year.
It's just one last year that we got in trouble for putting 11 comedians on the list.
With these methods, we were able to sneak into 10 different music festivals, but that ended up being the easy part. The real challenge was putting on a successful show. We needed to find a spot to set up where we wouldn't get caught, use our car as a power source, and promote.
Come on by, see some stand-up comedy.
It's across from this DJ stage and the other in the parking lot.
On the right. Come see some stand-up comedy.
You can see comedians who've been on HBO, Comedy Central, the Joe Rogan podcast.
And then it was time to perform. Most of the comedians, like myself, were still nervous about getting caught.
Beer Fest, how we doing?
Where's your wristband?
He looked a little guilty. Luckily, we planned for this.
I need your wrist, bro. You have such great skin. Well, it's good that you guys are wearing long sleeves. It won't really matter. But just in case.
And made counterfeit bracelets.
Here.
We did our best to put on a good show.
Hey everybody, you guys ready for a comedy show tonight? Hell yeah! Everyone please put your hands together for the legendary, the Cigarette Fairy!
The fuck is up, dude?
Everybody looks like they're related to Post Malone. This is wild.
Suck my balls.
Dare program, which all of you guys probably failed.
What are all these rowdy Native Americans doing here? This is crazy.
We did a good enough job that people started to notice.
Did you have a comedy skit last night?
Yeah.
I watched it.
Oh, he did? Oh, thanks. I got noticed.
Will you come back?
I don't know. Maybe.
I want to smoke a blunt and a girl that I don't really want to suck
Yeah. And management started to notice us too.
I can't believe that show. That was crazy. That went so well.
We're all best friends. We're all best friends. We're all best friends.
We were in front of so many important people who booked so many other music festivals, and the person who runs this music festival asked us back again.
This opened up doors to a lot more festivals.
Artist, right? Yeah.
Which I gladly dedicated myself to. But there was one thing missing. I wasn't getting paid, and as far as I could tell, no one else was either. I was still just happy to be there, but after doing setup after setup, driving 2 to 3 hours to music festivals almost every other weekend to perform on shows that started anywhere between 2 and 4 a.m., a little tension started to build. No money and a long drive made it difficult to book comedians, so large quantities of beer and other substances were provided to make it a party atmosphere to attract talent. But then the tone started to change for the worse.
I see people chopping up cocaine, I see people buying drugs, selling drugs, edibles.
The atmosphere was getting more and more reckless.
Oh man, this show's gonna be terrible.
I can hear nitrous, people sucking nitrous in the distance.
Punches were thrown, fights, weirdo creeps hanging out. I tried to ignore everything and just focus on the comedy, but I couldn't.
I was just getting shit-faced, and they were just stuffing me when I was getting too drunk into my car to sleep it off, and then waking me up for sets. And then, like, he would just be knocking on my window with a key bump, and he'd be like, "You ready?" And I'd be like, "I don't need to." And he's like, "You want to try? I know you never tried, but it's a good time to try. Trying is always fun."
I finally had a breakthrough when our camp was raided by festival security. I fled to my tent and buried my head in my sleeping bag as others rushed to dispose of their evidence. In the background, I heard footsteps and the pop of nitrous tanks being released. Was using the comedy show as cover to sell drugs. More drugs than he'd ever sold before.
Hey, how you doing?
It wasn't suspicious to walk up to someone, invite them to your comedy show,
Promote our comedy show that we got going on tonight.
and if they seemed cool, offer them some drugs.
Grandma also has some $5 doses.
This was diabolical, but also so smart.
You know,
My curiosity got the best of me.
we'll get you there.
Will get me there.
You'll be smoking DMT and dressing like a freak in no time.
He told me he was in the process of setting up a mushroom grow out west and hiring a driver to ship them back east. When I expressed concerns for cross-state drug trafficking laws, he just laughed and said, "Yup, I'm a drug dealer." I'm not. I'm a pussy who doesn't want to get arrested. So I left and started my own shows, not funded by drugs.
Some beer for the road, guys. Get a lot of beer. That helps us out. That helps us come back. They need to sell a lot of beer. Let's sell that beer, guys.